Hey, chat. Hello. Monday. Man. Huh. Ooh. Hope everyone's having a good day. Music. I turned things up a little bit. You can actually see things, like my whiteboard. Well, you can kind of see it. You just know it's there. Lighting, today is interesting. I'm working on a video. I was gonna explain this in like bigger detail. Okay, I don't know if this is the same song or not. What song is this? Oh, wow. The song is called Zero Viewers by Excellent. Or Excellent. How fitting. Not that I have 0 viewers. Of course, there's thousands of you. You're just chilling. I get it. But even with the new, like, lurk stuff, I don't know if you guys seen that, where Twitch now doesn't, like, count lurkers unless you, like, type in the chat. So it means I'm gonna have to create a dread list of things I need to do. To-dos. We're gonna have to create a lurk command. And you guys can do explanation lurk at some point, and I won't call you out. I won't be like, because I've seen that. That's the other thing, where you'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna lurk," so you call it out. But then, like, the streamer's like, "Hey, have a good lurk." Where you're like, the point is you're lurking, so you don't want to be called out. So my thought is, you do explanation lurk, and we just have this, like, silent nod, like, stay cool. I see you. But because Twitch is being dumb and being like, no, you don't count as a viewer, even though you're literally viewing, you're just not chatting, because not everybody is social. What's wrong with that? Like, what's wrong with just chilling? Or like people that have like Apple TVs or whatever. I mean, there are times because I've got a TV over here, like on the wall, and what if I want to like chill and like lay back here and watch? Maybe my view doesn't count. It's so dumb. I don't have the chat to tell you I'm here. Okay, why am I yawning? We just started. And I have energy drinks and everything. Now we're gonna get into what's up and what does it mean by day one? Certainly, this isn't the first day I'm streaming because there's been multiple days I've been streaming. Yeah. But I'll get into that. I'll get into that. And you should have no pre-rolls because I did the huge long ad at the beginning, so then it's supposed to give me like an hour of like no ads for you guys. No pre-rolls, no ads, no nothing. So you should be good. Man. Things have been busy. So I haven't streamed for a while because I was in my head again. Like, and this is what's forcing me to like push and be like, let's do something more. I don't know how many times you go to do something and you're like, oh, I don't know. Because it's like, it's easy to get in your head about things, especially when you're not consistent enough in the beginning and you haven't been consistent since, situations or whatever. But you're like, how do you get back into the routine, the grind? How do you get to where you need to be? And honestly, it just is like, you gotta be consistent. You gotta keep doing it when you don't want to. Because you do want to. It's easier though to just stay in comfort and then do nothing. And then you're mad because you didn't do anything because you technically wanted to. Today, We're gonna do some game dev. I guess I gotta drink some more. I gotta make sure all the copyright stuff is figured out properly, so that like I can, if I want to play music, I can do that. We're definitely gonna play some games later, I think. Maybe some Mega Bunk, maybe some spooky games, maybe Claire Scara, Expedition 33, or maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll see. There are goals I have, and we'll talk about them. I also don't know if it's worth. So I've seen some streamers who they'll have like a focus session for one thing, like game dev, and then you go offline, and you go online, you go live again for like the thing they're gonna do. Like I know one that does like co-working, and then they'll like leave, go take a break for like an hour, come back, and then it's just like gaming. So I don't know yet what I'm gonna do from that perspective, because I kind of do like to have, I like the idea of having them separated, you know? I don't know. It's Monday. The week is just starting. It has been already a day of just trying to catch up, and like everything I was working on, I think I was just fighting a configuration thing all day, and it's so painful. But in other news, over the weekend I moved things. My desk is no longer like an L shape, it's all like one. Using this desk I've had for a while, but I've kind of just, it used to be like sitting over here, and mainly I got it when my brother was coming out to visit, and we were doing some stuff, trying to like set it up and just kind of like having a spot, but it was just taking up too much space. And this other one I had have had it forever. I had taken it apart, you know. But here, what the cool part about this one is it's a standing desk. And so I need to add, I'm going to add that to my to-dos, add a stand-up redeem. So you guys can like redeem a like stand-up kind of thing. And I'll have to like do a standing desk, which I might, you know, I might just do that. I'm having issues, so issues by like I keep yawning. So let's do this. Pretty cool. I like it. Had it for a while. Let's stand up. Let's make sure you can hear me. Ooh, my mic wants to fall. Camera follows me because NVIDIA is trying to be cool. I figure out why this doesn't stay. Okay, we're figuring stuff out. Yeah, I kind of like it. Okay. That was weird. Anyway, so today, yeah, we're gonna. It's a little quieter. All right. It's been about 15 minutes. I like to make sure at least some time has passed before I start talking about everything, because there are people that come in, you know, whatnot. I'm obviously still waking up, I guess, because I'm always tired. I mean, that's the secret. I'm always tired. I'm sure everyone else feels the same. So I got an energy drink to wake me up. I don't know if I like the camera following thing. Might turn it off. Seems kind of annoying. Yeah. And so the other thing, like with this setup, so the other one, when it was like an L, I had more of like, it was almost like literally a U-turn to like look at a monitor that was like over here and then like over here. And so it felt like I was like whiplashing all the time. And now I can like look. I mean, you can still tell, but it's way better this time. Yeah, it's like way better. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the day one thing, the challenge. What is this about? So to go into, I need to stream more. I need to create more. I need to be more consistent. And so I figured, let's change the song. I figured, you know, athletes work out every day. The best way to get better at something is to practice, do it more often. And I don't do enough. Like at my work day, I'll try to work on it and then I'll get distracted and I won't do as much as I think I should. So this is a goal to work on my game every single day and stream like every single day. And we could be playing games and stuff and try to make things happen. Now, I don't plan to be like on cam like this every day either. Like I'll be on cam, but I won't be, because there'll be days where I want to like watch YouTube videos and learn and research like normal people do that are streaming or that are streaming that go and learn. They have to study. And so those will be like co-working streams. I'll have Pomodoro things. You guys can do tasks and I'll like show stuff as I'm like, hey, check this out. This is so cool. But it'll be more like a hangout, like a study hall. I think I'll make, let me call them, that's a perfect name. Study hall days. I like that. Study hall days. And yeah, so then we doing those Sundays. We're gonna be like chilling, reading. Like those are my days to chill. And I figure, why don't we just chill together? Why not? But my goal is to stream every day until GDC. Now there are some caveats. There are some vacation day things that I need to be like, I'll be traveling to see family and some like holiday things. We're gonna like skip those days and say they count because who really cares? But I want to stream every other day. And the big thing, because no one actually gets bigger while they're streaming, really. So it's not really like streaming every hour of every day, become this big person. No. This is how I become consistent and I get like, makes this less awkward, makes it simple. Lets me be like blah, and everyone's like whatever, and have a good time and hang out and play games. And then I also will be making a video and releasing it every Friday, which I'll be doing on those like work days where you won't see what I'm doing because I'm working on a video and editing, and you really don't need to see me go back and forth or go through and like cut out every breath that I have in a video, or like scroll back, play, scroll back, play. You guys don't care about that, but you're more than willing to hang out. That's totally fine. And there'll be days I'll be reading. I've got so many of my programming books. Like I got these programming gems books that I've really wanted to like read and do it like focused for what I'm doing. Yeah, so this Friday I'll have a video on literally this challenge. I do have my tickets for GDC. Well, not the tickets themselves, but the flights and stuff. So that's already there. So if you're going to GDC, maybe we'll see each other. But the underlying current is that I want to create a community, like a big community, and we can all hang out. I also have goals, like underlying all this, where the first goal, like they're dumb. They're like the have so many YouTube subscribers and Twitch followers and whatever, but it's more that like I want to have a goal that I'm actually hitting these things, and those are just results of doing this constantly and doing the work. But the reward is like the first goal is to play every Pokemon game, because I only, this might like how old I am, I have only played Fire Red and a little bit of Yellow, and so I really only know the first 150 Pokemon. And so I'd like to play every Pokemon game, and then chat can vote on like which one to play, whether it's like red or blue or yellow or sword or shield or whatever. The idea is to like get caught up and know all the crazy new stuff. I like those Cobblemon server stuff. I see people play those are cool. And then I also I will be creating, I'm going to be creating a asset pack, like a kit. Oh yeah, and there's Ash, by the way. Where I like an asset kit of like a collecting game. So it'll be stylized assets of different beasts and collection, and like a little tutorial of how to use it. I think it's called an asset kit. Basically a bunch of assets that you can put together and make like a little prototype, and then you could extend it further and build whatever you want, or just take it as the base. And then the next tier, now this could take longer than GDC. The idea is to just give us like goals to like hit. I'm a huge Zelda fan, if it weren't so obvious. And I was like, I've played a lot of the Zeldas. Well, maybe not all of them. I haven't played all of them, but I've played a few of them. I'm a huge fan of them. But I want to play them all within reason. Like A Link to the Past. I think I'm going to skip the multiplayer ones, but I want to play all the main ones. I still haven't beat Tears of the Kingdom, and they'll be all on stream. But then, just like the asset kit from my goodness, just like the asset kit for the first tier, I'm gonna make an asset kit for like an action adventure. So it'll be a little hero runs around, and you get to like be the basis for an action adventure kit. So then you can, and there'll be a tutorial for it. We can say if you want, maybe we'll do like stretch goals. If you want Godot, Unity, Unreal Engine, all three, I don't know. Yeah, and I need to make overlays and do all that kind of stuff. Like, I want to be in it to win it, you know? I love making games. I love doing all this. And I went through like a rough patch for a long time. And now I want to just get back into it and just like be like deep in it. That means I gotta get this game done that I am working on. Because I want this game I'm working on to be done December 19th. I really want to be done within 3 months of working on this game. It shouldn't take that long, theoretically, but especially if I'm doing it every day. And that like lies into the point of doing it every day. Because I don't know about you guys, I was so bad in school growing up where I'd like wait till the last minute and then write the whole essay the night before. And it'd be good, and that's the problem. I'd do it. I'd knock it out of the park. I wouldn't get like an A+. But I'd still do really good. I'd get like an A or an IB. Just knock it out. And I still sometimes do that, some things where it's like I push the limits on my procrastination, because there's usually like 100 things I need to be doing. And now it's like, okay, let's plan it. Let's do one thing. And like move forward from there. So my thought is, if I finish small features daily, over time, those small features stack and you get a bunch of things done over a long period of time. Instead of like being inconsistent and not stacking and starting over and all that. I've got 15 plus years of experience in development. I've been working on games since I was a kid. It gives me an idea for like my next video too, of like my experience and like calling yourself a game dev is okay. So yeah, so that's the plan. Build a game every day. We're working on a game every day. Make a bunch of commands, make overlays, make it a good time, hang out, enjoy, figure stuff out. Blood what's cool, drop what sucks. We'll get better at this. Good GDC, and maybe see you guys there. Okay. Thanks for coming to this TED Talk. Alright. So OSB stands for Operation Starblade. I don't even know if I like that title. But I like the acronym. OSB is easy to say. But maybe it's because it's easy. We'll figure it out. So the game mechanic I wanted to work on today was all on like rhythm components. Also, I wanted to share a song I worked on. So the other constraint I have is I'm using 1-bit Dragon for my song stuff. And then my computer crashed last night. So I have it saved as a wave. I think I might have recorded everything for it. So I think I could recreate it, which I'm gonna have to do. But I wanted to show you guys. So let me switch on over here. Operation Starblade. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna bring this back up. We're gonna pause the music. And I'm gonna hit play, and you're gonna hear the song I made. And then I'll talk about 1-bit Dragon. So yeah, that's the song. Obviously, the song doesn't. There's nothing telling it to end, which is what we're going to work on. Is making this much better. Talk about what I want, how I want it. Uh, However, that's like I think it's like my second or third. It was like my third revision, and I said to my brother, like, okay, I need you to tell me that this is crap. I need you to tell me how bad this is. Of course, he didn't. He was nice, but I know there's definitely parts I could do better with it. And we're not supposed to be like running into them that would like kill your character or whatever. Like, there's so much that I want to get done to make this better. But this is just the beginning. Which this was on stream last time, but the song's different. And yeah, so we're gonna talk about making the beat clock better and all the things we need to do and what we want to do with this like level, like what we're actually building. But I hope you enjoyed the song. Okay. Bring the music back. Which that's the hard part. When you make a rhythm game, it has to make all this music, which maybe it'll be cool. At so with rhythm components, timing is key. We should always try to schedule them so that and not try to like do a calculation for when they're going to hit. We should use the time of the music. We should track it in milliseconds. We also should be like generous when it comes to errors, like rhythm tracking. And I think it sounds like from what I watched, from the different videos I watched and research, like 80 milliseconds before and after is pretty good for that margin of error. And so I've just been trying to figure out exactly how we want to do this. Because we have enemies that show up that can be this like tanky red thing. Got some purple ones. Some orange ones or so. And then I want to have like obstacles and trying to think about what is the flow of the game, right? So we've got let's do this. We have like beats happening in the background. Over, you know, and we have to decide: are we trying to have inputs match the like hit notes and like hit things on beat, or and or like what do we want to do? And I've been thinking about this for a while that I would love it to be like a mixture because the lore is you're like a ship and a bunch of ships, like a fleet, like you're a squad, and you're trying to take out these huge ships that are trying to like destroy planets, destroy huge fleets and stuff. And you're these tactical fighter ships that are coming in and like nestling your way through crevices of ships. So I wanted to use that song I made as like a test level. So here, over here, bring this guy. And this will dictate some of the other stuff. I thought we got these guys, and I want them to like maybe even like twirl. They attack you or something. But I do want them to attack because this mixes like just shapes of beats and geometry wars. So it'll start out simple. All these guys come in, and then I want them to like flying in more. And then you could have we can make we'll like make the art better, but the idea is you start with something really crappy looking. It's fine. But you could have like a ship flying in, those like carrier ships. And like come in, easily have like open doors or something, and have like a bunch of ships fly out. And then we could do things where certain beats, like respond to different. Oops. Shoot them. That's very difficult. I also don't know if that's fun. But I like the idea of like fast paced. You're like shooting real quick. You're flying all around the place in this zone. And then you like sneak into one of the like ships or something, and then it like becomes, you know, a dodging thing too. The hardest thing that I've been struggling is with like where does like the rhythm and the shoot 'em up mix properly. Rico, hello. Welcome to game dev? Question mark. As we're trying to figure out how we're going to build all this, where we're at, which is here. Hey, awesome. Love it. Love it. What are you working on? Or have worked on? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like where would we want, how do we want to do rhythm that works with this shoot 'em up? Because there's a level of like fun movement, going quick, that edge of the seat when you're playing like Geometry Wars, where you're like, oh, I don't want to get backed into a corner. Oh no, let me get out of this. And then you like survive, and it's so cool. And you're like, yes, I survived. And now there's a whole nother swarm. And so like, I want that like swarm, which I guess in Mega Bonk, it's a similar thing. If anyone's been playing that, if Geometry Wars is too old, or like Just Shapes and Beats, how there's like a rhythm and things move. And so we could have them all move to a rhythm. Oh, so shoot 'em up too? Awesome. Awesome. I love it. That's awesome. I'm trying to get the basics down for the core loop. Mixing beat rhythms from like beat-based games, thinking like Just Shapes and Beats, and mixing with the hecticness of Geometry Wars in a flavor that is supposed to be all my own. But I'm trying to find that right mix and what works. We've got this here. I've got like a beat clock here that tracks the beats. I've got this song that I made, and just trying to figure out how we want to do it. Yep, my game is in Godot. Original version is made in Pico 8, making it in Love 2D. Oh, okay, nice. So, trying to figure out. Like, I think this would be a good test level song that I made. I just gotta get that right, like, feel. It's all about having the right feeling going into it. It's gotta feel tight. I want, like, narrow escapes. And I don't think, like, ideally you're in full control. And so, like, and have it be accessible. Spawner count. But trying to get it all figured out. Yeah. No, I only turned it up because of I wanted to like test the song. It actually was like here. This is where the song was. We've still got way more. Right now I'm back here, so I'm like, wait a minute, how do we get that right mix? You know, how much of the shoot 'em up, how much of the rhythm, how do we want it done? I've got also this whole like aspects of pieces for composers and judges and like all those things if I want to go full in rhythm, but I don't know, I also like the intensity, so it could be more that the rhythm, it's just more about like playing to the scene. Oh yeah, no worries. No. I lowered it. It was louder because I was debuting the song I wrote, which is the one that I was playing. So I intentionally made it louder, just to kind of like, just to listen to it. And then I lowered it back down after you reminded me. So it's all good. No worries, man. That's awesome. So yeah, man. So it's been something this has been part of like the hardest part about it is it's not even like writing the code, right? It's what's the intended game design and how do I get it the way I want? And I'm really trying to constrain myself because I'm constraining myself using 1-bit Dragon here. This is the only way I'm allowed to like make music, so I'm not doing it in FL Studio. I'm like trying to do constraints and use this for all the music I write for the game. And then I want to just like keep it to shapes, and then try to like get the style, because I've got an idea of my style that I want to expand when I go into my other games that I have planned that are way more work and require like tons of extra things. But I wanted to get the like base style figured out. I wanted to like what screams Hex and my company, my studio, that can then translate as I move forward. So the idea is just keep it simple. So it's just the how simple do I keep it versus like how much do I incorporate what pieces. And I'm definitely leaning in the shoot 'em up more for like being the primary in this. So the main point is to shoot and like blow up things, and it's the primary driver, and then rhythm like runs the level maybe. But I don't know what that means technically. I don't even know what that means when I say that, but like helping to orchestrate the level in a way that determines the hecticness of it, because I want to be able to like convey tone, and I'm worried that if I did like a Guitar Hero like game or any of those where you're just like trying to hit a beat and an input at the right time, then it's not the same that I'm like looking for. If that makes sense. So I might just lean in fully to shoot 'em up. And it might be a like, let's study shoot 'em up designs again, which it's just be quick, be fast. But I still think we could orchestrate an entire level. So level design becomes music orchestration, and movement and play is shoot 'em up focused. But it's just words that are coming out of my mouth that it doesn't like mean anything at this point because nothing's actually built other than what I've built so far. So I was going into this like, oh, I'll just build the rhythm thing. I'll build those rules. But it's like, well, if I'm not going to use them for that. But I do think maybe, let's what do we want to do here? I've got those other boxes. We could do, wonder what if we could like use the controller and like focus on the controller experience. So, okay. Let's say we do this. Let's say we are a shoot 'em up first, and keep that green with a rhythm backdrop. We went like level design, sets the tone. What does that mean? That means movement is up to the player. Then they can do whatever. There is no wrong input. You do need to avoid the enemy now. I would say enemies the level runs and loads next scenes based on its beats composition. So if we were to like take this into like a level, let's shrink this down here. And our player will only ever have his viewport. We'll see. You can the you know, it'd be crazy. Like the beats that come in. So in one beat dragon, you've got like these notes that you can draw. And so like, what if I literally take this and make these the enemies that have come in and like as like as it plays, these are what spawns and attacks the player. And like this long one is like a ship. I mean, granted, it'll be hard if I do something like, but like I make a map that the ship will be moving, and so it'll like go across. And then like the player tries to like survive in there, and maybe there's like something in the middle that will be red, and like this is all technically the same level. So like here would represent here. So like if you were to lay these all on top of each other, then those are like the swarms. I don't even know what this sounds like. I mean, not horrible. I mean, I'd probably have to like fudge it a bit too, because not all of it's gonna sound good. But I don't even think. Let's see if I could find, because I lost that. My machine restarted. But that kind of sounds cool. If I go to that. Yeah. Oh, I got to recreate this. I think I've got all the pages. Oh, good. I can recreate it. Amazing. I'm so excited. Uh, but like, if you were to like layer these on these would be the first level would literally be this. I wonder if I can export this data. Probably not, but I could still be inspired by it. Because like this is the song. Is to make sure loud, too loud. But if the like where this is spawns in, okay, got green and yellow and yellow, and like even more start spawning in, and you're trying to like shoot them all before you get swarmed. I think that'd be kind of cool. And then like here's like now purple ones start showing up as well. And these are all like stacked on top of each other, which would be cool. Like top of the screen, bottom of the screen. They spawn in. And I got some orange ones that pop in. Now some yellow. Now some green. That'd be kind of cool. I'd be curious to see how it work. You didn't separate the screen by nodes. And we've got like power-ups and stuff, but if we could get this in there so that every time it spawns it basically hits this beats. I guess some of the questions that pop up right away are, what if you don't kill them fast enough and the song ends? Like that. Like, what if... Oh yeah, and so what if the... I have to basically turn I have to still time the whole level to the song. So the end of the level is where the last beat is set. But if the last beat is set, that's the last spawn. Oh. I mean, I could have like a boss loop song come in and the enemies are just around, and the song just loops until you defeat the boss. So let's see. Let's think this idea. Song notes are the enemies as they come in. Song ends. Boss battle begins. Any remaining note enemies. Be destroyed. And there will be a looping boss song with phases. That you have to the end. Okay. That's it's not horrible. I mean, I guess it kind of means that these guys will always be at the bottom if that's there. That or just like it just spawns them and they can come in from anywhere. Let's see, this is the closest to a yellow, but it's an orange. Um, yeah, not a horrible idea. I don't like it. So that every enemy is a note. Like every time you just like you beat it, like you blow it up, it makes a noise. That might be too far. And then I think red's on here. Red could be saved for like boss dudes. And then you can have things that could show up with like a line. Okay. Be like warning. Coming or something. When like a big ship comes in or something, then you need to dodge it or maybe like dodge or something like that when it's coming or something. I kind of like the idea that the whole music is the spawner. The composition is the spawn. Hmm. Okay. I gotta be right back. The restroom, and then Let's figure out what we need to do to build this. Oh my god, I've been muted this whole time. I've been muted this whole time since I came back. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, everybody. I was like, wait a minute. Because I was like, oh, I might take a drink. And I go look, I'm like, oh, I'm muted. My bad. My bad. You guys are like, guys not even talking. What the heck? What the heck's going on? Alright. It's the conductor. Pretty much make sure that everything keeps going. I wonder if there's ever like too many on screen. I guess that's kind of the way it works for Geometry Wars, right? Where you just like builds up. What the heck? What the heck, man? I'm like, I feel like I keep standing up or something. So I have the judge. Usually he's like validating the player's actions. But if I'm not really caring about that, I just want to know if the player's alive. All right. My brain is like fried. I don't know. Today has been really rough. I know, like today's been rough. Today's been a rough day, and it's my first day back. So the idea is to stream just like at least once, stream every day. Doesn't matter for how long. And I could end here, or we could try to push a little bit more. I don't know why. Well, I know why. I'm freaking tired. Work's been crazy lately. And I do want to get this done. Okay, tracks scores from judge. Tracks health, score, and player. So the referee also tracks health. Can stop the level. We'll go till 30 after. You know what? We're gonna push through. That's our first goal here. We'll push through. It could be this is all planning. I just want to build something. Let's just get in. Let's build a class. I'm gonna call it the composer. I could extend a node. That's fine. Class name composer. Ready. Builds responsible for the level design. Should be spawned when. So what is the song notes? So it needs to have like a tile map, in my opinion. Almost like, and I could try choosing an easier thing to do, but yeah, I've still got to do it regardless. So composer is he feeds in notes like tile map. What if we could use an actual tile? That'd be kind of sick to. If it was like eat 0 note, like read, like ship. We also have like the minute, right? Because the BPM is 120. And then this represents the beats. I think we'd probably, because that's like the time scale, right? Beat one. Etc. What's dictionary? Beats. And instead of notes. It'd probably be like whipped green and dip yellow and like none or something. Getting the idea of like, here's like beat one. I guess would be say beat one. Right? And we've got like this here. I didn't realize I could zoom in like that, by the way. That's pretty cool. This program's awesome. Here would be like a whole wall of them. Which would be crazy. The song is like crazy. Yeah, like, and this is interesting too, because this is a whole connected versus not. I wonder how he'd even like, because that'd be like a ship. But these are like 3 ships. This is a huge one that you'd have to like avoid. To like type is very important. You know what this sounds like? Probably horrible. Yeah. 6, 5, 5, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. I really don't know anything about music. Like I used to play the violin as a kid growing up, and then I've really only just like messed around with this kind of stuff. My brother is the musician. Like he could probably make a score that's really cool. Yeah, this is starting to look a little iffy. Um, Move around the window. Oh, sick. That's cool. I can also same thing as middle mouse button. Oh yeah, or thanks. Could you imagine building the level like sounds horrible, but wow, kind of fun. I didn't do anything with like the bass or like any of the info here, music, the song, instrument, any of it. I mean, it's cool. Like you can do all these like things with it. So 3, 1, 2, 3. Was that 5? 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's 5 5s. 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the significance of the 3, 5, 5, 3? Is it like, oh, just 16 for the scale, F to F? It's kind of like the piano for a while. Let's put away now, but like. Yeah, I'm curious. What is the meaning of Or I guess like music 101 F6 to F3. Maybe it's just the notes. I don't know. Is that because it's an easy minor? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, it's the minor scale. Dorian, Oriental, full scale. That's cool. That's how, like, you see the shift? And this is all garbage. Huh. Yeah, so it's just the scale. It's just the scale. So we will need to know the scale. So beats, scale, major. What any of this means, that's fine. And then I feel like the scale is outside of this. I feel like it's more like step zero because we're doing the same scale, right? We're going from. Wait a minute. Yeah. Minor. Let's go back to this just so I have the same frame of reference. Right? It's still the three. It's the still same counts. Still the 16. It's 0 to 16. Whether it's here or here, it's step 0 to 16. I guess step 1. At least 1 based stuff. 1 base to 16. And then we can just decide if it's which ship. Then we don't really care the scale. We just need to know if it's in step 1 or step 16. We could just do 0 to 15. Make our lives happier. Or 1 to 16. Then we'll have like a dictionary. So it'll be a dictionary. A dictionary? Yeah. So dictionary eat, which is an integer. With a sub dictionary. Step short. That's the type. beat. Yeah, like one. Usually be like step 6 and ship. Yeah, for instance. That would be, and that way I can have like both. Right? I mean, I think so. I hate dictionary notation, etc., etc. There's basically that there's a beat for every beat. We know the step associated ship. And this is a one to many. And you obviously can't have the same key, which then you can't, it prevents the like duplicate notes. You can't have two step ones, for instance, which is a problem because this works for this, but now we need to layer on this, right? So then it's not just step, it's also instrument, I guess would be the thing. Right? Because this first design, like, I think instead of it being step, I think it just has to be ship, and then it can be any step. Right? So I think it has to be reversed. I think it's ship and then what step it's on. So you can have, you could only at one time, like at this point, I could only spawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ships at once at any beat. But I could not spawn. This is not totally true. It's 9, and I guess I've got like these. I have to maybe keep for like special ones, like they're heavier, harder. I don't know, because it's 16 times 1, 2, 3, 4, so 64, right? 32, yeah, 64 ships could be spawned theoretically, let alone 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, so 69 nice ships can be spawned. Like a max of 69 per beat could be spawned, which is sounds like a bullet hell to me. So then, because if you look here, I mean, look, that's a lot to spawn in, and you just have all of these. Yeah. Because this way, you can't have the same ship and step by beat, because it starts with a beat, because they all share a beat. And then it's like which ship, and then it's like which spot. Okay. Okay. And then I gotta figure out how to export. I pretty much have to build this. I wonder if I could build it. So then it's like beat across. I guess I still don't know how I'm going to account for that. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay. So then, could we build this as a like a map designer in Kazone? I think we can. So what I'd love to see is the beat clock. I think it's the beat clock, aka the metronome, that says, yeah, it counts the beats. Yeah. So the beat clock, which I've got built, I just need to update it for this knowledge. All right, we've got the beat clock. It gets the current song in like song duration in milliseconds. So I know it gets BPM, returns current beat, and it should have an active beat started and active beat ended. I think these are signals. So that way, whenever the conductor says, yeah, the conductor goes, hey, what beat we at? It could then return, hey, we're on active beat equals 4. We on 4. He comes back and he says, hey, what's the composition for 4? And it says, hey, that should spawn an orange and a purple. Because the composer has, like, hey, you should spawn this, this and this. Or in this case, this and this. And I was like, okay, I should spawn it. So I'm going to spawn it. And then the player does this thing. Okay. I think this is actually a really. I actually like where this is going. We just need to get the beat clock to match. And so, being the game manager, it needs to constantly be like, okay, it beats one. What are we doing? And so, like here, oh, so I can't zoom in. This I have to remake it. The very first thing would actually be this guy and this guy. So we should build the dictionary for it. What is it? Song roll? Is this piano roll? Is that what this is called? Right? I think so. We'll call it that. Dictionary. What do we do typing of dictionaries on Godot again? Dictionary Godot. I guess it doesn't care. It doesn't do typing. Equals. Yeah, we could probably equals. I think right. My head is kind of not doing so well with this. This. Oh, here. It expects it to be the same. Hold on. Because this is key in value. I think this is actually 0. This is this. And this is this. Yeah. Step. Right. No, it's chip and then step. Step. These need to be reversed. Chip and then step. Oh yeah. Uh, 0th beat. Oh, I guess yeah. You'd be like orange. Wait a minute. I think this needs to be an array. 0 or 3 to 16. This can be blue 1 through 16. We could also do a bitwise value instead. That could be possible. Because that would then tell us exactly how many need to be spawned. We need a bitwise function for it. 16 bits. You flip on all the bits. Mm-hmm. And then we don't have to worry about an array. Bitwise is faster. Although we could just go through each, be like, oh, which ones we need to do. But besides, bitwise, we would know right away because we don't need the extra size. We're wasting so much if we do an array. Yeah, bitwise would be way better to do. I know it's a pre-optimization, but I think it's better. And that way each one gets an address automatically. Mm-hmm. I guess I could like duplicate it and make the bitwise larger if it's like it's the same one but it's closed. But then if it's connected, like it's a longer one, I could make it the other one so then it's like extended. So like it could mean it's connected. Maybe. I'll have to think about it. Yeah. Okay, I do like where this is going though. Absolutely. Now we can build some cool stuff. Now we're cooking with gas. I think we're finally getting somewhere good. Alternative Lewis style. Yeah, that's interesting. Some key is a string literal, not a variable. Oh, you see, yikes, that's scary. I don't know if I'd like to do that. Okay, well, I'm going to be streaming every day. So this is just day one. I'm getting the endurance up. I took like a week and a half off, I think, before. It's been rough. And I'm getting myself back in the game, which is good. Yeah, I definitely want to also finish that video. So I think I'm going to call it here. It's only been, I know it's been 2 hours, but that's totally enough for like first day back. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'll do the co-working style. See, I'd love to start building out the spawning. So, I do go in the office tomorrow, so sometimes I'm more cranky, but you know, I'll be tired. But it's Tuesday. It won't be a Monday. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it there, and maybe go to bed early. Man, I'm tired. But we made progress. I'm excited for it. I'm glad we figured out more of the game design in a way of like, because I was wrestling with me for a while. Like, how am I gonna like mix these two? They kind of just aren't mixing well. And then we got to see how it works when we actually start spawning and playing it. But yeah, really appreciate you guys coming by. I know it's been trying to get consistent. I know I've been trying to be. I haven't been as consistent lately, and I'm trying to build that back up and try to make more videos and make this better than this. So I know this is in the early phases where it's really hard. There's not a whole lot of code in here to like make it fun, cool, and interesting, but we'll get there. We will get there. As always, stay awesome, and I will see you all later.